How do I build templates for quick reproduction? Here at Digi, our goal is to make it easier for you to deploy and manage as many devices as possible. One of the best ways to do that? Templatize configuration settings for adding new devices or making changes to existing devices. Here's how. Go to the Configurations menu and create a new configuration. Give your configuration name a description so that you're telling other people what it's about. Select a group that this configuration will be applied to. Select the device type that you're going to make the configuration for. Now select the firmware version you're basing this configuration on. Simply fill the fields with valid values, then apply them. There are 3 ways to get settings into a configuration template. The first one is import from a pre-configured device. The second one is use the default values for that device type and firmware version. And there's one note here. The second one is for devices running DAL firmware, which is Digi's newest embedded operating system for the EX, IX, and TX line. And the third is copy the settings from an existing configuration. Once you have the settings loaded into the configuration template, you can go in and make exceptions or changes to it. In addition, you can specify settings that will be unique per device and enter those unique settings in a spreadsheet. This allows you to tell Remote Manager which settings will be common across all devices and which settings will be unique and for which devices they're intended. If you simply want to modify the file system, you can do that by uploading certain files and putting them into the file system. That way, the device is running the configuration and the firmware you want, and also running the files you're looking for. The next step is to apply the actions you want automatically applied in this configuration. For instance, you can set it up to automatically scan daily, weekly, or monthly, or you could set it up to run manually. Then choose if you want to be notified after the scan. Do you want it to fix an issue or apply that configuration, that firmware version? If you wanted to do those things automatically, then you would enable remediate and then post remediations. Generally, if you update the firmware, it'll automatically reboot. But if you make changes to the configuration, you may want to reboot to make sure that it's now running that new configuration. Now, you can also chain additional automation steps to the running of the configuration. Those would be enabled here, and then choose what automation you want to happen and save to enable. The system will automatically check any new devices that pop up in that group. So for instance, when a new device is added to your account. This configuration would apply to all devices within that group. So when new devices are added to the group, once they come online, they would be scanned and updated if needed. The idea is to make it simple for users when you're deploying a large number of devices, so you know they'll automatically be scanned, and that gives you peace of mind.